Welcome back to Insibles, everyone. So I'm going to go over AMC, SPCE, and DWAC. I'm going to show you guys exactly which levels we're looking to see if we can hold above to continue on up. Again, DWAC has been pretty choppy recently. We're curious if we're going to bounce back here. SPCE has been continuing on up from yesterday's news, and AMC has been holding it pretty strong. Are we going to continue on past our previous rejection just under 21? I'm going to go over with you guys. And if you are curious where the market might head, again, every one of these stocks will be predicated, every single stock in the market will be predicated on exactly how the market does react to Fed minutes going to tomorrow. If you're curious exactly how I plan on playing to SPY and how the market might move going to tomorrow, check out the video I'm about to post right after this. And all I ask in return is you smash that like button. And if you are interested in intraday perspective breakouts, go to instabills.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout like today again. So let's jump into this one. So I'm going to go over AMC, then SPCE and DWAC after that. I'm going to go over exactly what I'm looking for to have a continuation. Are we going to bounce back and have a continuation from an intraday perspective breakout, and from a long trade perspective, how exactly I would be playing to this if I was investing into AMC. So as you guys can see, as far as investing into AMC, we had a major break that I want to point out here from about 1450, which I did mention here on the channel I would be playing into as a swing. And we did have this swing, we had this spike before we did lead into earnings. And as you guys can see, we did have this major spike at 1450 all the way up to 7250. That's exactly why we played into this, because this was a very strong level that we did mention previously on this major spike almost over a year ago. As you guys can see, we did have a bounce. Now we are looking to see if we can continue on with this bounce. Now I'm going to point out here on the 4-hour chart, when we do have our 20 moving average below our 50, it does show us that we still could continue on down. So we are going to make sure we do get this break and get this 20 moving average to cross over our 50. And so that way we do have that respect here on the 20 moving average and have a spike here. So from an investor point of view, I would be just looking to see if we can hold over 1450. But from a trader's point of view, I'm going to look at the 1 hour so you guys can see what we're looking at for here. Again, we do have our 1450 level. That was a very strong point and we are bouncing off of. And as you guys can see on the 1 hour chart, we are bouncing back over our 20 moving average, looking to see if we can respect it and continue on up. And we do like how our EMA lines are looking to see if they can cross and continue on up here. We do need that increase in buy pressure here on the 1 hour chart to get us going to have this major spike. Now, as far as a continuation, I would be drawing our fib lines here. As you guys can see, we would be drawing from the bottom over here to the top and then extending over to our previous low that we had. So as you guys can see, we do have, again, a 2356 level that we had a lot of consolidation, a major gap down from, and a major bounce from. So I do like this 2356 level as a very major gap up point to 2515. And if we can break over 2515, then we will be looking to see if we can gap up here to $30. Again, we did mention previously that $30 is our major break point. But if we're looking for smaller moves here from an intraday perspective breakout, I would be looking to see if we can, again, break over 21, our previous highs. But again, ultimately looking to see if we can break over 2350, our major gap down point that did bring us all the way down to 1450 previously. So again, that is going to be their key point that I would be looking for a quick spike. And then that major spike over 2515 to $30 is what I'll be looking for here. As you guys can see, we have a few gap downs showing us that we have a lot of gaps to fill and a couple gap downs here, which we did already fill. So we are looking for that continuation on another gap up here. Now, if we're looking at our Bollinger Bands here on the 1 hour chart, as you guys can see, we do get very tight and compressed here, and then we release, and then we have a major move up. As you guys can see, we are getting a little tight here, but not exactly that squeeze momentum that we're looking for. So I would want to see more consolidation, possibly see a tighter squeeze here for that major move up over 2356. And again, breaking over new highs is what I'll be looking for, of course, but 2356 is going to be that major move that we're looking for here. And in my opinion, again, will be predicated on tomorrow's Fed minutes. If we have good news with Fed minutes, then we could break over this 21 level, looking to see if we can break over that 2356 level. But if we do not continue on up in the market, then we could continue on down here with AMC. So going into tomorrow, we either get this continuation on this move up, or we do break down and we are overextended and we do have a breakdown because, again, the market does continue on down on negative outlooks within Fed minutes. Again, check out the video I'm going to post after this so you guys can see what might happen there. Now, jumping into SPCE with you guys, so you guys can see exactly what we're looking for here. So jumping into the daily chart here, as you guys can see, we have been breaking into newer lows that we have not seen in a long time here on SPCE. I would want to at least break back over $20 here on SPCE to get back into play if I was going to be playing this long. Again, we do have our 20 moving average still below our 50. So from an investor standpoint, as you guys can see, we did bottom out here. We had this spike as we did have news, and we did bottom out exactly where we did have, again, our previous spikes and our previous consolidation, and that was where we did have our major breakout. So again, we did have that major continuation on up here intraday because we did hold this level here. So from an investor standpoint, I would be just making sure we can hold over our $8 level here. If we do not hold over $8, then we could have a major move to the downside, but that is if I'm investing into them. I don't necessarily recommend investing into SPCE quite yet. I would want to see at least again that break over $20 to get more momentum here on SPCE to show more strength. And the market has been pretty choppy, so investing it would be pretty risky. But looking at the 1 hour chart here, as you guys can see, we do have, again, that major spike. Looking at the Bollinger Bands here, as you guys can see, we had this squeeze that we have been having, again, that consolidation within that major breakout that we had previously on SPCE. Here on the 1 hour chart, showing that squeeze here, and we had that major move up, and as you guys can see, we are looking to see if we can hold it. Looking at the 5 minute, as far as a continuation, as you guys can see here on the 5 minute, again, we are getting this consolidation. We are compressing here, looking to see if we can release to the upside and possibly have a gap up here. As you guys can see previously, we had a gap down, so I would be looking to see if we can possibly have a gap up, and I would be taking profits exactly at about $12 at least if we're playing safe. But if we're playing into that continuation, then I would be looking to see if we can at least break over $12.50 to have a continuation here if we're looking for a continuation over this major gap down that we have been having. Now, as you guys can see here on the MACD, this is our buy pressure. As you guys can see, we had a major buy pressure point come in, and we are looking to see if we can break above that previous buy pressure point to get more confirmation on a major move, especially if we're going to be squeezing to the upside. I definitely want to see at least more buy pressure coming in. We do not have a lot of buy pressure coming in. We do have a lot of sell pressure, and the market has been holding up most runners throughout the day, so I definitely would be careful here on SPCE. Definitely looking for that confirmation above our previous buy pressure point to get that gap up over $11 to $12 is what I'll be looking for a quicker play. So again, SPCE definitely would be risky to be playing into, but I just wanted to go over this with you guys, what I'll be looking for to have a continuation here. Now, going over DWAC, a little more riskier. As you guys can see here on DWAC, we did have a major run here, but I would be looking to see if we can continue. As you guys can see on the 4 hour chart here, we did break out of our symmetric triangle previously, and we did mention that we needed to break over $100 to continue here. We did have this break, and that was a nice spike intraday, but as you guys can see, we did have this pullback, and now we are back within our symmetric triangle. If we do not break above the symmetric triangle and we do continue on down below it, then I definitely would be careful. I would definitely be setting a stop loss if we did continue on down below the symmetric triangle. Looks like if we do drop down below $80, then we could continue on down below the symmetric triangle. Now, I definitely would be looking to see if we can hold over $74 if I was swinging this one already. And as you guys can see, we do not have our Bollinger Bands compressing here just like we did previously to have this squeeze to the upside. We will be looking for more compression here, more consolidation. And in my opinion, that consolidation could turn out to a squeeze to the downside. So in my opinion, very risky. I would want to see if we can break over $100 still here on DWAC. And as far as an intraday, if we're looking at the 1 hour chart, as you guys can see, again, we did have a major pullback, but we would be looking to see if we can hold this symmetric triangle, like I said, on the larger time frames to see if we can bounce back over it and possibly retest and continue on up. But again, with no news, I don't see how that can possibly happen here. But again, DWAC has been quite the monster. So again, we will not count DWAC out, but we will keep an eye on it. If we do get any momentum, then of course we will be alerting this one in the Instable's room. And you can definitely check out my video after this, as every one of these stocks are predicated on exactly how the market does move. And again, I did go over exactly what might happen within 5 minutes, what we'll be looking for to have a bounce back in the market. And we do have a possible symmetric triangle or a possible bear flag on the SPY. So I definitely would check that out to see exactly where the market might be heading going to tomorrow. And again, all of you Instables that have been coming over and supporting the channel, all of you Instables that have been coming over from the room and supporting the channel, I appreciate every one of you guys. God bless every one of you guys. And if you guys do like this video, it does help others find it, and it does help the channel grow. And I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in pre-market.